This is from the New York Post. Sean Diddy Combs housed in low-security jail dorm alongside Sam Bankman-Fried, where inmates can spy on female convicts, sources say. Let's see what we got. He's at a freak-off friendly jail. Sean Diddy Combs may be behind bars, but sources who have done time in his unit say it won't necessarily curb his alleged pervy ways. The Bad Boy Entertainment boss is in the 4th unit of the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a dorm facility which has around 20 inmates, looser rules than general population, and diversions for prisoners, including air hockey. Okay. One unattended feature also provides a thrill for inmates interested in female attention. This sounds weird. There are 4 grates in one of the rooms of 4 North. Gene Borello, a former mob enforcer who spent time in the unit, told the Post. They have little holes. If you lay down, you can look through the holes and talk to the women 1 floor down and see them. Considering prosecutors claim Diddy held so-called freak-off orgies in which not safe for work workers engaged in all manner of carnal activities for the enjoyment of the rap mogul and his cohorts, it begs the question as to whether he could put together a big house version. Okay, so they're thinking that maybe Diddy's gonna say, hey ladies, I'm looking through this hole, why don't you perform a freak-off for me while I'm in jail? Seems like that's what we're getting at here. He could if he wanted, said Borello. Another former inmate, a gang member who goes by the name of G-Lock, told the cryptocurrency insider Tiffany Fong when she interviewed him on X that the female inmates aren't shy either. They'll show their, let's just say, private parts all around, he boldly proclaimed. And I've heard this about inmates in jail. I think especially men just kind of show off their stuff to the guards and things like that. And I guess the women do it too. I can't relate. I guess you're behind bars and you just don't care. But Burrell warned that the females of 4 North are rungs down from the models, professional strippers, and others who claim to have been recruited by Diddy's crew for alleged freak-offs. They're gross, he said, of the 3rd floor women. Most of them are drug addicts. Yep, that's another thing. Like prison guards get to see people naked, but what they say is, in your imagination, you're imagining seeing regular people and things like that, and they get an eyeful, but a lot of these security guards, men and women on both sides, say, it's not something you want to see, like something you'd really rather not see a lot of the time. And, I could imagine. And they say Diddy pleaded not guilty and offered the court $50 million for bail, but they turned it down, which I think is good. I mean, it shows there's more than money involved here, so they must really have some stuff on this guy. They say before this unraveled, he had private jets, private chefs, huge bedrooms, but now the detention center offers less privacy. They quote someone as saying it can be super boring. I don't doubt that. But they also mention the dorm is reserved for high-profile criminals such as Sam Bankman-Fried and Diddy and R. Kelly and people like that. A bit of positive news for Diddy, they say, is he's got more freedom than inmates in other parts of the jail. I'm sure he's ecstatic about that. They say that the beds are small and made of steel, and the showers have thin curtains for privacy. And I think some other jail showers don't have any of that, so at least they get like a little something to kind of cover them up. I'm no expert. I've done a little research here and there about jails. They said there's no set schedule, which is kind of interesting, and the lights go out early. And with the right cop, you can spend all night watching television. They said there's a gym, board games, ping pong, even video games and movies and books and stuff like that. So suffice to say, it's not like he's getting put in the slammer, getting beat up by other prisons and abused and things like that. He's kind of just chilling in a crappy place playing video games and whatnot. They also said he's got truffle pasta and lobster. Sounds weird to me, but I guess not so bad for him. And then chicken sandwiches on some days and hot dogs. Okay. They then say the wardrobe is limited, so he's not exactly in his days of the white parties where he had stylish dressing. Not salad dressing, yeah. They say there are no shortage of photos of Diddy in these wild parties and things like that, which we know. Well, the interesting part for me is that these female inmates will show themselves to Diddy with their clothes off. But I gotta remind you guys that, yeah, like this person says, a lot of them look very decrepit and you might not want to see it anyway. So Diddy isn't so lucky for that. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.